Now let's get into the age-old history of UX UI design. Now, UX design technically is a skill that has come way before the computers became a mainstream home product. It comes ever since computers were invented and human computer interaction became a major challenge. For example, this remote controls these lights in my room. If I gave you this remote, you will have a hard time in understanding how certain things work. You might even press a button which switches off all the lights, but you might not know about it. There are certain buttons that I took time to figure it out. This button does this button does this. Now, computers is 100 times this challenge. When computers did not exist, people were writing on papers, sending faxes, using their telephones, and even going to libraries to figure out or get information. This meant that people who would use computers would take a lot of time and a lot of pressure on them to learn a new skill. So, to make it easier, there was people called usability engineers back in the day, not now. Back in the day, they would try and make the product easy to use, make the computers easy to understand, make the writing on them slightly easier so that people, normal humans like us, who might not even be in the tech field, will be able to understand the computer easily. Now, fast forward to the 1970s. This was the era where Apple computer was coming up. It was challenging companies like Dell and HP to bring computers to the home. In the early days, very few people had computers in their home. Computers were generally in libraries, big offices, etc. Because not only were they expensive, but people did not understand computers well. This was a time where Apple computer came in and it made computing not only easy to afford, but also beautiful, also easy to use. One such person who believed in good usability or good ease of use was Steve Jobs, the legend. Under his team, there was someone working in his company who would change the history of UX design forever. His name was Don Norman, now also known as Sir Donald Norman. He has contributed so much to UX design that he is also called the father of UX, the inventor of UX in a way. How did he invent UX, you might ask? Well, one day while sitting in his office at Apple Computer, he realized that everybody working on the team was trying to make the experience of the user better by providing ease of use, better interactions, and also a better looking system. So he started to use the term UX experience design for all the people who were doing it at the office. Soon, Apple started hiring UX designers. People did not understand the term very well then, so very few people even applied for those jobs. Imagine now lakhs of people are applying. Early days, only a few hundreds would apply worldwide. So by the 90s, user experience design became a popular term, especially in countries like the United States, where computers were a big thing back then. Late 90s and 2000s were the era of the personal computer. I'm sure a lot of you guys had a computer at home or you used to go and in the cafes would access computers. These were often running Windows 95, and later on other Windows models as well. This was a time that companies like Microsoft and Apple were heavily investing in user experience because they knew that they could differentiate between the competition by providing not only a better looking but an easier to use computing experience. Soon they realized that their small UX changes and small UI changes was making a big difference to how people were using their products and also how many products they were selling. So now, since it was about money, they took it really seriously, and UX and UI became something that was in demand. Started hiring more people. Other companies realized the importance through the eyes of Microsoft and Apple, and they followed suit. Rest is history. Now every company has minimum of 2 to 3 UX designers. Some companies even have 50 or 100. Now UX design has spread out. It has spread out into specializations such as UX research, interaction design, UX strategy, product design, etc. Now, with the evolution of products like virtual reality and AR headsets, smartphones, artificial intelligence, UX is taking a new face. And we are moving forward with the technology. This was a little glimpse of how UX has come to be what it is.